And we should be back, I think. I'm not sure exactly what happened. All of a sudden I got a notification that the streaming or the stream disconnected, right? Yeah. So momentarily disconnected. I'm not entirely too sure what exactly happened. So I'm gonna check real quick on my phone if there isn't an outage in my area. And if that's the case, then the stream might have to end here. Because it wouldn't be like good if it keeps on connecting and disconnecting. Because sometimes when an outage happens, that's what it will do. I mean, there is notifications of an outage, so I think it just had to be weird for a moment. So hopefully there isn't any more shenanigans like that. Because yeah, that was definitely unfortunate. I'm just waiting and checking that nothing else happens or it doesn't disconnect again. And it seems to be working fine, so I think this was the second path that I was talking about.
Watch out, enemy present.
Oh, and there's the map area, so an interesting tactic from the Lost. Please just focus me onto the enemy.
This is a dead end.
Another memory.
I'll have to take good care of that.
You know, I keep running into these areas very confidently, knowing full well that one of them could be like a trap that I have previously experienced before. Sometimes you just gotta go fast. Circles around so much. Okay, we don't have to worry about that guy. We're just checking. Here's another path. Should... I'll keep exploring this way.
To hide around here. Be wary.
Louis. We should know better at this point. That even if I'm aware that there's potentially danger around, I'm gonna walk right into it.
I would have missed that.
Oh, is this the hard to kill guy? Might be it. Yep, it's the hard to kill guy. I think this is the guy that I need He did it! I don't have to fight him! Sometimes the heel feels kind of wasted, but you know, the fact that he kind of like yeeted himself off. I don't know why it brings me such joy. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that sends myself into the abyss. It's great. I'm not too sure if I should push this area forward. Maybe I do have to backtrack. Oof. It's not that this thing does a lot of damage, it's just kind of annoying.
I see light. Are we near the summit?
Cutscene?
That's quite a view.
Yeah. I think I'm beginning to understand why people take up hiking as a hobby.
It's just like before. Nicola, what could have brought you all the way out here?
Weren't you turned to ash?
Stay alert. This could be a trap.
Nicola, is that really you? Are you trying to tell me something?
He vanished.
What the hell was that?
Oh.
A vestige.
And are his memories inside?
And we're gonna forcefully look at our memory. I think we are. But yes, the mob. That specific one.
Each successor has the ability to manifest their crypt in the form that will best suit them. What will you choose for yours, Nikolai?
Well, if it's my choice, I want something cool. Like a giant robot that fights evil.
I'd suggest a place that puts your heart at ease.
A place where I can relax? Okay, I've got it. So when I become a successor, can I use my power to make a copy of myself? Mia may look tough, but I know she gets lonely. I think she'd be really sad if she knew I was gone.
I'm sorry, but no. The relics are simply too dangerous. The more you use their power, the greater the risk of frenzy. And maintaining a duplicate of yourself would be far too much of a strain. I'm afraid I cannot allow it. Besides that, your crypt will block any transmissions from the world outside. Even if your duplicate was with your sister, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't share any of its experiences with her. Here it is. This place is your battlefield successor.
Okay then, I'm off to fight.
You're the bravest fighter we have. I pray that you have a long and peaceful rest.
I'm sorry, Jack. I have to take care of Mia.
So, some things that I do have to say. When there's a cutscene, I'll generally go quiet when the characters talk so that people can also enjoy the cutscene. About the mob, yes, it's very difficult. I definitely remember struggling to that mob specifically on my first playthrough.
Nicola, a successor. Up until now, all that time I was with Nicola, it was just a copy he made of himself. That means when I awakened as a revenant, he was already...
I see. That does explain it. That's why he didn't get better after taking the blood beads.
It can't be! The two of us, we were always together. We were always going to stay together. And now, after all this time, I didn't know. I never even suspected. Poor Nicola was alone this whole time.
I think we'll find him farther up ahead.
Let's go see him. That's why we're here, right?
Oh, no worries about that. Again, it is a pretty late stream, so it's understandable if people had to go to sleep. Or, like, you know, had to do something else. So, I guess, thank you for joining the stream, and I hope that you have a good nap. Something that I want to mention, though.
Don't lose your footing.
Looking at that cutscene, specifically, the only thing that came to my mind is that Jack is kind of like Gordon Ramsay.
Ended up somewhere more open.
I think it has been mentioned or talked about the fact that Jack just kind of mistreats the player character, right? And then we also saw a cutscene where he just kills someone for I'm guessing for his blood beads, but you know, poor guy, he's also struggling, trying to live, and Jack's just pipe checking him. So, but you know, seeing him like act towards Nicola, or even to towards Eve, he's like understanding, he's kind of like soft-spoken. He gives off the Gordon Ramsay type of vibes. I should honestly be leveling up my abilities, but I'm just trying to learn some of the skills. I'm actually gonna need that.
Something up?
So I did mention that to fight that particular mob that is annoying to deal with, there is an ability that I need, and I think it's this one, the ice barrier. Because part of what makes the mob annoying is the fact that he has kind of like an AoE attack that just does ice damage. So it's gonna need the ice guard, and then just pairing it with okay, I can't level up, but pairing it with what's it called? With the fire boost, it's just gonna. Was that Artemis? Yep. Just gonna be needed to like get through this area. So the buffs, usually I put them here. Do it this way. And then damage resistance. I usually organize it this way so I don't get kind of like tied up. And then I just put the abilities, yeah, I just put the abilities out that I usually buy from each girl, so I level them up as I'm exploring the area. Sometimes it does make things kind of a little difficult, but also do that just so that I had the blood codes mastered or available. And the reason why, I mean, I do have a bayonet here. I guess this is where I switch the weapon. This is where I break the rule. And the reason why I do that is
It's quite valuable. Let's use it well.
I think I'm actually gonna go through with the DLC, but I seen or heard that the DLC is kind of difficult, so I'm trying to just give myself
Favor us.
help before actually going through with that DLC. That guy is. That guy is right there. I could fight him. There is another area that I haven't explored back there. I think I do have the Ecker to fight him. I'll put up with the ice resistance first. Oh my gosh. He moves so fast. I am stuck and it is an interesting experience.
Not bad.
I don't know how I'm alive through that. But it worked somehow, so we'll take it. Is that supposed to be from a poem? Which I don't think I have heard it. Oh jeez. But hey, I guess I mean I'm just a little confused by it, but you know what? Welcome to the stream. I'm just backtracking a little bit so that I can finish exploring the area that's around the lake. Sometimes, while trying to move forward, just ignoring the areas in the back, and that can become a bit of a problem. Oh, I actually haven't seen some of the Batman movies, so that's why I wasn't familiar. But yeah, I haven't heard it before. I'm not gonna lie, I was definitely taken by surprise, because I guess it's kind of I don't know if you've seen those videos that they're supposed to be pranks on people, where like they'll just start off with song lyrics and then they'll also just continue from there. So I definitely felt on the receiving end of that. But you know, I also do enjoy watching that, so I can understand I should heal up. I don't know how to feel about the fact that I essentially risk HP or like confronting the very scary mob to get an emote. You know, sometimes it's just like that. I'm just gonna check. I was about to... I was about to get hurt, but instead Louis is the one getting hurt. Where is... Okay, there we go. I think about almost everything on the back end has been explored. So I don't think I had to worry too much about it. So we'll actually move forwards and see if we can get to Nicola. You know, usually I like to try for every stream to get to towards the boss of each area, because I think it's a good way to end the stream. So you know, you kind of leave on a high. And actually, this is my second time playing Code Vein. Definitely going faster than
Lost under the snow.
the first time.
That's
I forgot that they can pop just like that. Because it's kind of like reaching milestones. You know, you defeat one, and you move forward with the story to go and try to defeat the others. Not the dogs. No, some of the strategies I may use may seem weird. Okay. But again, I am trying to kind of prepare to try to go through with that DLC. From what I've read online, is the DLC more than like the level. Sometimes it requires that you change your gear specifically to try to not deal per se.
observatory or something.
Meet the standards that some of the DLC maps have. That the normal game usually it's kind of designed so that you can play with whatever gear that you have and be able to make progress, but that the DLC feels different. So I'm actually a little scared about that. But once we get there, we'll see how it actually goes down. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. Now some of these areas collapse. Jeez. I just see the snow piles at this point and I'm just trying to trigger the enemies. I see that path down there. I don't think that's a walkable path. To go into that area, I probably have to. I do definitely have to be careful about some of the enemies popping up. It hasn't been much of an issue, which is a little bit surprising. There we go. The difficult to deal with.
That's a solid start.
We'll put this down here just in case, and maybe try to bait it here. No, 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 no. No! No! I can't believe that. He pushed me off with. He said, I'll take you down with me. I tried.
We may need a new plan.
Louis, that didn't happen, Louis. Louis, we were doing fine until like we came across that one specifically. He didn't even have to hit me to do emotional damage. He just pushed me off the ledge. That thing. It scares me. I'm gonna go fight it. Hit by something? You know, sometimes dying has its positive, right? As long as I'm able to pick up the what's it called? As long as I'm able to pick up the haste, it just becomes a farming experience. I die, I go pick up the haste, and killing the enemies again just gives me more haste. So, sometimes it isn't entirely too bad. The problem is, if I lose the haste, then it just becomes a very painful experience. Now,
Thank you.
I thought that the trap would have worked against it, but I guess not. So, it's actually maybe to my best interest, moving into this area. Oh gosh, that was sort of amounts of damage. That ability, something. Okay, that's good on Louis. And I get hit. And the thing fell off into the stairs. That worked out, but in a way that it shouldn't have.
Wait, that's...
You know, to a certain point, those things have been kind enough to just die on their own accounts. And, you know,
Look down too much.
that's a little appreciated, but it also makes me feel very undermined. Because I even changed what I was trying to level up, what I was trying to like get experience on. to like try to confront those things, and the fact that I haven't been able to kill one with my own hands is just a little unsatisfying. But I think it's actually better this way, because it's better for making progress.
There's a dome. Observatory?
I think I have to be careful in this area with... I think it has a trap somewhere? Where a wrong step could just end you entirely. You know, like this guy that's on a ledge and okay, that's the trap, but there's something here.
That's quite valuable. Let's use it well.
There's nothing on this side. Okay, we're good. We're just gonna take the opportunity to heal. Chloe, regeneration hasn't been bad because it's just been... It was just that one guy specifically, to be honest. You know, the people here, they're kind of like, they're kind of easy to hit. I'm just trying to cover everything before we move on to the next area. Finding the next checkpoints. I know that those dogs lead to something dramatic. I'm just trying to remember if it's another one of those guys.
Can't regenerate? Let's consider heading back. It's getting colder bit by bit.
I don't think I had to worry about the floor breaking here. But I do have to be careful about these things. Oh gosh. I'm just getting a vibe check. For some reason that I had. This? For those that don't know, sometimes Louis has to pay the consequences of my actions. And unfortunately, it seems that that was the case this time. So, before I die, I'm just gonna go ahead, return. No, to the checkpoints. We already explored this part on the map. We don't have to go confront the scary mob thing. We spend our haste actually getting some levels, because we haven't done that. We'll do it to level 60. And if we can buy any gifts, we'll do so. Yeah, we'll just buy gifts for some of the other codes so that we don't have to do that later on, so that we have them ready. And we'll just move forwards with trying to reach Nicola.
Where are we exactly?
No, we'll keep to this path. We'll keep on this way. We'll try to avoid taking unnecessary fights where possible, just to make some progress, to move forwards. Sometimes, some of this, it's not even about the fighting.
Glad your heart's okay.
It happens at times. Sometimes progress will be smooth on some runs, and then on other runs, things like that will happen. If I can fall, if I can die to fall damage, sometimes it will just happen. Louis, we're trying to not take unnecessary fights. Oh, hello. And I hope I'm not gonna butcher this, but thank you for the follow. Etaben 00. Stream, how is it going? You know, it was actually... We were making really good progress on moving forwards with the map, and then shenanigans happened, and now I died to fall damage. Sometimes it's like that. Doesn't necessarily advance? Okay. That's good to know. Yeah, because I should be careful with this guy. See, this area has a lot of ledges, and sometimes I don't necessarily have to walk off the ledge, I just have to walk close enough to be pushed off, just like that guy. And then it means having to start all over again. Or like, at least from the checkpoints. Damn it. So now I have to be mindful of the ledges and try to make sure I don't take too much damage. Yeah. You know, it's just gonna become a bit of a meme. Because this isn't the only game that I have died to gravity. And the joke is, if there's a way to die to gravity, I will find a way to do it. Because it just happens so often. I think I do have to cross a pass with that guy. That guy's a menace.
Thank you.
I'll just try to be careful.
You can always fall back and regroup.
This enemy is kind of a difficult enemy to deal with, and at the very least, it has side to fall damage. Please fall, please fall. Oh gosh. I had to use another heal. Trying to see if I could get the back attack on it, but we're barely doing any damage to him. And that's usually what ends up happening. He dies to fall damage, and you know, we appreciate that because we barely do any damage to him. Oh gosh. And it was still a waste of time because I took the wrong pass again. Louis, please avoid the snow pile. Oh, that guy. No, that one specifically. The one that fell into the ledge. Like, if this guy's fall out, it'd be great, but like... And it, you know, these guys are manageable, right? The damage done to them actually kills them. But that one guy specifically... It's harder than even some of the bosses. He is unnecessarily strong and fast for being a mob. Which maybe they're making a reference to like folklore, some type of folklore I'm not aware of. Because you know, this game, in essence, it's vampires, anime vampires, but definitely enjoyable. Is it your first playthrough on Code Vein when trying to get to the first boss? Personally, I think it's just finding which what do you feel comfortable with. Yeah. I want to say that definitely the first time feels kind of rough, but this is my second playthrough. I'm not gonna say that I have like a lot of experience with it, but it definitely does feel a lot easier. Cause you kind of find rhythms to it. Oh, that's nothing to worry about. Sometimes actually it makes it more enjoyable, because once you actually defeat the boss, it feels so satisfying. Because as you can see, I still struggle on some bits. But yeah, sometimes not being good at a game feels more satisfying than like sometimes being really good at them. Because again, once you actually make that checkpoint or like defeat that boss, definitely satisfying. Because you know, it's kind of like effort that pays off. As long as you keep on going for it. But yeah, the first time that I played Code Vein, I definitely struggled with all of it. No worries about it. I have a younger sister that I fell off the ledge. I saw the monsters and I myself fell off the ledge. But things like that happen. I have a younger sister that sometimes she'll put herself off from playing games because she says that she's not good enough. And I do also try to encourage her to like play. Because I think that just happens in general with a lot of people. That sometimes they're a little too hard on themselves when it shouldn't be the case. So it's okay to not be good at something when you start off, because well, you're starting off or you're like learning it. So you know, just giving yourself more leniency. And I think that not only does it go in games, but also like in some other activities. So, for example, like starting a new hobby. Because eventually, the more that you keep on going at it, the better that you become. And then you end up finding a different type of enjoyment. But I think there's something very, I guess beautiful would be the word, about being new to something. Because you get to definitely have a big enjoyment of like reaching those milestones.
Let's just stay focused on moving forward. Glad that's recovered.
There is so many of them.
Be sure to
And I'm trying not to fall on the ice. uh,
we're right on time. That's right.
did they... Wait, what happened to Louis? Wait, Louis? Did Louis die? Louis. Louis. I'm kind of... I think this has been talked about, that I just kind of fumble when you're dead, Louis. You can't just suddenly die. I mean, I shouldn't be too hard on Louis because he was dealing with two of them. In essence, the partner like assists you. So sometimes when you're low on health, and they'll like revive you if you die. They also like help deal damage depending on the partner that you take. Wait, who's? It's a dog. But depending on the partner that you take, they have different functions. So for example, Louis, he's kind of a damage dealer, but he's also like dexterity base. So he's a little bit of squishy. But you could take him to like distract people. And then Giacomo, he's kind of a tank. And then some of the other characters that you meet have like their different functions, different ways. So you lose the utility of that partner, and you know, just the good old emotional damage. Yeah, you can. If you reach a checkpoint, you can revive him. He'll just come back. I had to be careful with these things because the stun lock is a little strong. It's just the number of heals that you have. In general, your partner will also have it. So the ability that's gonna grayed out on the B button. Here, I'll try to move to the side so it can be seen. That's usually what's used so that you can heal your partner, and so that your partner can heal you. And so you can see when they have it up, or well, actually when they have it down. And okay, it's just the utility and the heals. Can you technically do this by yourself? Yes. It just becomes a little harder. Because one of the main functions that they do is that they draw aggro. So the reason why Louis died when he did was that he had pulled away two enemies from me, which didn't give me enough space to try to kill the one that was on me, but at what cost? At the cost of Louis' life. I am trying to be careful. I'm just even with Louis around have been known for dying, so Louis is a good boy. Something interesting that I found is that people have oh, he canceled my ability. People have different experiences with different AIs. Apparently, oh gosh. Not the stun lock! Not the stun lock! No, please, not like this! Oh gosh. I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna roll away. As far as I can. I have no stamina. I just had to... So, in that case, if Louis was alive, he would have taken one of them. Or he would have distracted one of them. So... But what I was mentioning is that, apparently... For people... No, please. Not again! The fact that they're able to do that is a little annoying. Okay, I thought that he was gonna do the bomb attack, so I was kind of waiting for it. Yeah, it just makes things a lot easier. So I do want to say that one of their main actions, being able to draw away that aggro. This guy. Oh, that actually got me down to 0. I didn't expect it to take... I thought I got away fast enough from him, but to 0.
I say you never lose as long as you have the will to fight.
Louis, I did say that, like, I fumble without you. Okay, so different copies, people have different AI, I guess. So for some people, Louis, they said that he's the best partner. Because sometimes something important is how fast your partner is able to react. And how well they're able to survive on their own. And then for some people, it's another AI that's the better one. Which I think is really interesting, and it really does make a bit of a unique experience for
Are we done?
each person. So it doesn't become where like only one character becomes the popular one. The other characters become appreciated just for their utility. I've been using a lot of the healing. I think I could drop down from this point. Unless I'm not allowed. Yeah, no, they foresaw that some people are gonna try to do that. Yeah, because one of the ones that I seen that's one of the favorites is Io. Because her character is assigned to be like a support type of character. So when your partner heals you, there'll be a certain quantity that they heal you for, and Io is the one that gives you the most health when it comes to that. And people tend to favor her for that, apart from other assets. I also seen that Yakumo is kind of popular because he is designed to be kind of like the tanky character, and since I, at the very least, from what I know of some people, they start off with the bayonet as well, or like some of the squishy builds, and Yakumo's really good at taking a beating. But you know, even though Louis sometimes gets a bad reputation, and maybe there have been areas where he hasn't been doing so great, at least in this run, Louis holds a special place because he has been clutch when it comes to boss fights. You know, I'm low in health, I don't have any more regions. The boss is also low in health. I'm just trying to dodge for my life. And Louis has been the one to finish it off. So Louis holds a special place because of those clutch moments. Yeah, I think given the, I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just happened on accident, but you know, giving different AI experience to different game copies definitely makes Code Vein more interesting. Because again, one character doesn't become like the most favorite and then just all the other ones get annoyed. It just kind of helps balance attachment from players to like more characters. Because sometimes, for certain qualities, some characters can get an aura over others. And sometimes that's kind of like a very sad moment. Because when you enjoy a character, you just want them to be appreciated. But that's interesting that you're trying to be a game developer. And I think it's good that you're actually trying to like play the games yourself, or like be like experience something yourself. Because I think a tendency that has happened lately is just that sometimes from the development team, and I can understand it could be because of time, but they don't play the game, and so sometimes I don't understand some of the gimmicks of what makes the game enjoyable or not. If I were to mention, for example, like League of Legends, the balance team has been known to actually not play the game, and that's why it has become an issue.
One problem solved, huh? That wasn't something we couldn't overcome. Did you pick up something we can use?
I think, at least in Code Vein, definitely put effort into
We've got a fearsome opponent here.
making it. Just from the fact that I also know that character customization can be kind of, oh gosh, it's one of these. But I know character customization can be kind of difficult in games. So the fact that they went out of their way to do it to such an extensive amount, and then the random AI generation. But it definitely does make the game enjoyable and replayable. Because again, I'm not exactly sure, because I will need to like test it out by playing multiple times, and this is the second time. But if the AI changes for every run, then that means that you get so much replayability out of it. I'm not too entirely sure. I know that they have worked on another game called God Eater, but I'm not exactly sure about the developer team.
That was well hidden.
Or like oh. I'm trying not to fall into a trap. I see this. I think I am gonna play God Eater in the future. It's just I had to get out of here before like there is some other games that I do have lined up. I do try to play a variety of games. So in essence, coping. It's on Tuesdays. No, don't worry about it. I find it interesting. It's just I wish I could understand more because I just like collecting knowledge. But I think in this case, I might be a little bit limited on the knowledge. But I enjoy when people talk about their own passions or things that they enjoy. Because it's definitely nice. Or to put it in a way, if I were to put like a description to it, it's nice to see people enjoy themselves. And so I'm just trying to, this is the boss area already. I am not fighting the boss just yet without having a checkpoint nearby. I'm trying to figure out where I missed the checkpoints.
No more healing? Just don't push yourself too hard.
No, but it's definitely nice to see people talk about stuff that they enjoy, and because it's nice to see people enjoy themselves. Yeah, I'm trying to retreat to find there has to be, okay, the checkpoint has to be somewhere around here, and I probably missed it in this area because I think it did branch off into separate paths. From this bottom pass to the top pass. It's just that I avoided the top pass because there was one of the scary monsters, one of the scary mobs that are difficult to deal with. I'm just trying to see if there's a way that I can avoid it, that I can run past them. There probably is a way, but I had to change certain things. First, I probably had to put this aside. Probably put this one aside as well and try to get the haste. So that ability allows me to be stealthy, so they will ignore me for the most part. I see it. It's over there. I just had to run past him to get to that checkpoint area. Hopefully. So let me drop from the side.
Be careful.
Wait, don't trigger her. That stealth ability is so nice. The fact of like being able to just walk past him. Yeah, it really had to be right next to the scary monster, but being able to walk past that scary monster.
Good. Now we have a solid route.
I'm just gonna check around for anything that I could have missed while I'm trying to run past that one. Because sometimes there'll be like a hidden chest, and the hidden chest will have like gear that will help you upgrade.
Enemy nearby. Stay sharp.
And this is where we just simply retreat. We don't have to fight him. I should have stealthed it before moving forwards with that. Oh yeah. There were several reasons why that enemy was scary. So, if there is anything that I would recommend, is you get different codes, right? Even if you feel comfortable with one code, trying to like master the other codes. The butterfly. The first big boss that you encounter is the butterfly. And I'm trying to remember what was the second one. But you do get to fight the butterfly again in the depths. And he saw us. I'm gonna see if I can try to rush past him. We do have a checkpoint nearby, so... yeah, hidden chest. Oh, I'm greedy. I'm greedy for this. And now I just ruined. I don't have to fight him. The destruction that Louis is doing, really nice. This is silly. The stealth ability really came in clutch. So sometimes when you have abilities equipped, or when you have codes equipped, you see like there's a little like bar underneath it. That's mastering the ability, and once you master it, you have like the star sparkle next to it. But what that allows you to do is that when you have them mastered, some abilities will allow you to mix blood codes and abilities, so you don't have to use a specific blood code every single time that you want to use an ability. So this ability belongs to the... It should say from which blood code it comes from. But I think this one belongs to the assassin type of blood code. So, you know, being able to swap that in, very nice. Yeah, so some areas you'll want to like build specific blood codes. The desert areas where you wanna get the codes that help you get rid of debuffs. And in this case, since I don't have it mastered, I'm using the code for Mia or Artemis. Because I'm trying to master this, and it just in this area it's kind of needed because the ice damage that the boss will do. But for example, a flame weapon, you get that from the code that Louis gives you. Yeah, the map's 100% explored. Because I do have to change, not Firestorm. This one, and then I think there was one more that I had to change. It was this one, the shockwave. So what I am trying to do is to upgrade the code. I'm gonna try to do it during the boss fight as well, but honestly, just when you're exploring the map and having the code equipped, even if you don't use the abilities, they'll upgrade passively. But if the more abilities that you use, the faster that they upgrade. And so, I mean, it's kind of doable, but it's definitely timing, and sometimes it can be a little finicky, because timing is something that's a little hard to do. It definitely comes with practice, but yeah, something that definitely makes it easier is being able to like mix the blood codes and the passives, which I didn't even equip my passives when I changed blood code. Extra stamina, extra health, and okay, so I might actually go quiet in this bit, and that's not necessarily because there's no more commentary. It's just
I've been waiting for you.
whenever there's a cutscene, I usually go quiet so that like you guys are also able to enjoy the cutscene. Because for me, sometimes the reason why I play games is for the story, and so I don't like to skip through the story. And I know that like people dedicated time to making that story, and I do want to enjoy it, so that's why I usually go quiet when a cutscene's gonna happen. Before I move to the boss area, I do have to do this, because I'm not allowed to pass through
Please, spin a thread of memory for me.
until getting through these pieces of story. In this case, you're actually kind of held hostage.
Nicola, what are you doing?
Practicing swordsmanship. I'm gonna be a knight someday.
Wow, that sounds like fun. How about a match with me then?
Really? Don't be too hard on me, Mia.
You little bullies, get out of here! Nicola, are you okay?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm fine. But you had to come in and save me again, Mia. I have to train and get stronger. I have to be able to protect you someday.
So, we're just kind of watching the memory of their sibling relationship. No! They get along really well between siblings, especially considering some of the age difference. I am kind of a... Okay, this is kind of a weird thing to say. I have been the youngest, I have been the oldest, and I have been the middle child. Just because of age differences, right? So, between my younger sister, there's an 8-year difference, and between
Waiting for you.
the next
Please,
older sister,
spin a thread of memory for me.
there's also an 8-year difference. So, sometimes with age differences, you actually fight more with your sibling than if you were closer in age. Because sometimes when you're a kid, and like let's say your older sibling's being a teenager,
What happened here?
Mia, watch out!
when you're a kid and your older sibling's being a teenager, there's definitely a difference in seeing priorities or like not seeing eye to eye. So you know,
Where am I?
You're a very lucky young man. You've been reborn.
Where's Mia?
Now, there's no need to worry. We can bring her back too, I promise.
at the oldest, I would say that Nicola looks 10 years old, and Mia looks like in her teens, maybe. But there's definitely an age difference between the two.
Nicola's exam results came in. He does have successor potential.
Successor?
But his numbers really aren't all that high. They pass, yes, but just barely.
True. The rest would have to depend on him.
Okay, so the paths open up this way. It comes down to like a maturity type of thing. As the older person, you do have to accept that you're, because of quote unquote, because you know better, right? That you should be more considerate of the younger ones. But that's easier said than done, because sometimes it can be hard to accept. Because sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes older siblings get parentified, and so they'll like start parentifying you, and forget the fact that you're like also a kid. So that also adds on to like butting heads between siblings. And so it's definitely a maturity thing.
I've been waiting for. Please, spin a thread of memory for me.
So I say that I've been the oldest, the youngest, and the middle, just because of certain situations that have happened. I've been the youngest because like before my younger sister was born, so I was the youngest for a while, and I definitely got the treatment as the youngest until she was born. And then certain event happens. You could say the family gets separated, and then I become the oldest to the youngest. So that's a very shocking situation to go through, especially after being displaced from being the youngest. And then, you know, family gets reunited, and then I go from being the oldest to being the middle child at this point in my life. So it's definitely been an experience. But I'm actually not too upset about it. It definitely has given me perspective, having to play all those different roles. But this comment came because of, you know, seeing Mia and Nicola get along. It's actually very nice. Because again, in real life, you have the opposite situation happen.
It's a successor. No.
Nicola.
Mia. I won't give up. to. I have to keep Mia safe.
He's been here, fighting against the urge to frenzy all this time. It's incredible.
Tough kid.
I'm sorry, Nicola. I never realized that your sister is here now. I'm here!
Now we're actually gonna get through the boss fight, or like, you know, die a couple times trying to get through it, and then
Here we go.
I wouldn't say eventually succeed. Just as I get pelted. Sometimes the instant reaction is to like heal right away when you get hurt, but that can, as we saw through that can be hurtful, counterproductive, because if the enemies focus on you, it won't give you the time to heal. So trying to take the opportunity to heal when it focuses on your partner, like as it is at the moment. Oh gosh. And so, in that case, where I died, you know, Louis, with the heal, oh gosh. I think I need to change code, because this isn't too bad, but I do feel kind of slow. Louis has been defeated. He really just the head slam. Yeah, Louis. In general comes clutch.
Back with us?
Can I change the code? Is what I'm wondering. Not yet. The thing that's holding me hostage is the fact that I haven't had mastery over it just yet. If I had mastered the code earlier, then I could switch to a stronger code. So what's gonna happen at the moment is that I just need to be better at timing and dodging things. But I can switch, however, is this bottom ability. It really followed us over here. So the abilities I can switch is since this is a nice enemy, fire should be better against it. Probably don't need the flame rounds. But hasten is always nice. Shockwave is not gonna help me at the moment. Damage reduction is always nice as well. Actually, this you get later on in the game. With the Queen blood code. A glancing light. If you pop it before a fight, you heal the damage that you took. Yeah, you heal a portion of the damage that you receive. So if you're prone to you know, I'm not too sure if it will be kind of like a lifesteal. I would say more like a pity gifts. Where if you're prone for like taking damage, right? You get something to like help you out with that. Just like that. I had to go recover this. He's got a hard focus in a way. So normally this will be the time where I should heal up. The spin attack. That's a lot of damage. I do need to go hit him, but I haven't had the opportunity to. Because some of the buffs that I'm relying on, I can't use them unless I get Icar back. Oh my gosh, getting dashed through. Ooh, it's not that I'm trying to take damage on purpose. I still got hit by that. No. that early fight was pretty. It was pretty bad. The fact that I couldn't hit him during that entire early fight.
I'm glad your heart's okay.
But it isn't that bad. I definitely had to like again be more careful about what I mean, when to dodge, when to heal better.
Don't worry. We can win this. That's
Did it? We didn't even go closer though. What's definitely gonna be needed is this one.
that's a solid start.
And I definitely need to go up there and try to hit him. I am glad I chose for the damage reduction instead of like the extra damage. Okay. Whoa. I'm not exactly sure what I got hit with, but you know, it is a little worrying. Oh gosh, Louis is on a prayer at the moment. He's down? No, I don't think he has a second phase. There we go. We did it! Honestly, the fight against Nicola is one of the easier ones compared to some of the other bosses. honestly, I do think that the fight against Nicola is a little bit easier.
Thank you.
Because he's one of the slower enemies.
You were the one taking care of me all along. Nicola, I'm so sorry. No, I'm okay, really. Thank you.
I have talked about this in a previous video. But something that kind of like throws a little bit of immersion for me. And again, we could use the excuse that they're vampires. But the fact that like she's essentially in like a summer dress. No. But she's essentially in a summer dress and like a very cold weather, like her skin's touching the snow. For those that have not experienced touching snow, right? When
When is Mia going to wake up?
No one can really say for certain. Unfortunately, some never do wake up. I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay, so the character doesn't he doesn't say anything, but he does have a voice line in the game, like one voice line, and I think that's towards the end of the game. So when he speaks, it becomes like a very bizarre experience. But what I was talking about is like the snow, right? When your skin touches snow, like directly, if you're not used to it, it burns. And like it if you hand goes numb, definitely unpleasant because it's like definitely cold, like extremely cold that it actually kind of hurts. So you know the fact that she's kind of like again in the summer type of dress, unaffected by the snow. I think for me it's just kind of like it feels more off than some of the other events, kind of like the character not talking.
Just a kid.
It doesn't matter. When I become a successor, I'll be able to keep Mia safe. Anyway, I can't just let the world be destroyed before Mia wakes up, can I?
So some of the things I'm gonna say don't make sense at the moment until you meet some of the rest of the characters. But you know that guy that Nicola was talking to, he's Jack. He's one of the characters that you get to meet later on. He's Gordon Ramsay. But that's all I'll say about him. He's a Gordon Ramsay-like character.
I wonder if Mia's woken up yet. I hope she's all right.
If I were to try to put
I'm fighting for you.
a similar type of experience to it, imagine trying to hold ice cubes in your hand for like a long time. Like eventually
Get well soon, Mia.
it you feel uncomfortable by it, right? And in worst cases like it'll actually like begin to hurt. Because extreme temperatures do end up hurting the body. He does demand the lamb sauce.
Nicola!
Mia? Is it really you, Mia?
I'm so sorry. I left you all alone.
It's okay. You didn't. Really, Mia.
They do.
I'm just so glad you're finally awake. And hey, it looks like you've made a bunch of good friends. That's great.
Yeah, Nicola, your brother, he's not the jealous type.
It's all thanks to you, Nicola. You were always at my side. That's what gave me the strength to keep fighting. That's why I'm here. You kept me safe all this time. You protected me and gave me courage. What more could I possibly hope for?
Mia.
Nicola Karnstein, my dear little brother, it seems you have truly become a knight. And you're the bravest, most noble knight of all. I love you, Nicola.
Thanks, Mia. I love you too, sis.
So, there's this coping has multiple endings, and you know, multiple endings depend on the decisions that you make. You see how the option is to restore memory? You can choose to ignore that. And you can choose to do for some of them, for all of them, or for none of them. You know, in general, the policy is that trying to fulfill the character's desires. And in this case, what does Mia and Nicola desire? To be reunited.
I can't believe it.
Actually, wouldn't be able to tell you which type of people would pick the don't do it. I guess curious type of people, but sometimes if I know something's gonna lead towards a good ending, I take the good ending. And sometimes I don't even try to figure out what's the bad ending. Because I just don't want to ruin like that happiness for the characters.
Mia?
Nicola. You sure have grown.
Yeah, this is how I look now. But this form's much stronger.
I really don't know how I can repay you for all that you've done. I owe you so much, everything, really. And yet, I have nothing to give you in return.
I'd like to show my gratitude somehow, but in this shape.
To be honest, I was hoping you'd come along with us. But
You've only just been reunited with your family. It would be pretty cruel to break you two up again.
you agree, right?
He doesn't talk at all. Yeah, so I know that there's some people that have heart on me for that, but again, I just want the characters to be happy.
Listen, Nicola. There are still other successors out there. People like you fighting against themselves in order to survive. It would be a mistake for me to stop now. That's what I believe.
Then go.
The little hat on top of his head.
It's all right, sis. You've all given me so much strength. I'll stay here and hold down the fort.
I'll come back for you, little brother.
The first time that I played, I didn't even notice that the hat, like he still has his little cap, even on this new form.
That's how brothers
So-
and sisters should be.
It'll be discussed. I think on the third fight that you have about what's the plot of the story. But in essence, Nicola has to stay because he's a successor, so he has a role to play out by staying here. And the successors, they can go insane. So, you know, when he was here, he was in essence like a little boy, but the moment that they go insane, they kind of like change shape, like the Lost. So this is like Nicola's new shape. But when we decided to restore his memory, we restore his sanity, so now he's in control, even if he's in the shape. But yeah, the cap is a really nice touch. I didn't even notice that the first time. Let's talk to Nicola. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, poor Nicola. Oh, we have a present from Davis. On the back is a message that reads, I want to thank you for everything you've done. You look good when you're with friends. Those memories are treasures. Don't forget them. But, you know, we had kind of completed the goal that we set out for the stream. Each time that I stream Code Vein, my goal is to defeat the boss of each area. So, that has been accomplished. There is some things that I can prepare beforehand, before the next time that I play. Which would be like leveling up or like upgrading the blood codes. Oh, Diaburst, thank you for the follow.
Could you fix this stuff up for us?
Yikes, you must have seen some real action. Don't worry, I've got it taken care of. So what happened?
Huh?
You all look so happy, especially Mia.
Oh, well, yeah.
Gordon Ramsay shows up. Wait, no, that's not Gordon Ramsay.
What is she doing here?
Please, Jack. You have to save Jack.
She's about to frenzy.
Let's take her to the back. We can shoot her there. How do you feel?
I apologize for barging in like that. What's going on exactly? Do you know about the cavern underneath the cathedral? We were attacked there. Jack lured them away so that I could... Slow down.
Attacked? Wait, what were you doing down there in the first place?
Our mission is the preservation of the successors and their relics. It is not a new phenomenon for successors to go into a frenzy. There has always been a need for someone to monitor them and to stop them if they ever begin to turn. A successor acts as a vessel for a relic, in both body and will. If that vessel breaks, it has to be replaced. That's why.
That's why you were hunting for revenants?
We considered every possible option. We truly did. But in the end, that was the only one that would work. I know it's no excuse for what we've done, even if it was the only way. That is simply a burden I will have to live with. I will always carry them with me. I will never forget the faces and dreams of those who stepped forward to keep the relics safe.
I suppose it really can't be all that easy to find a replacement vessel.
That's why we're here, to keep a constant eye on the condition of the other successors.
Wait, you guys are successors too?
Jack watches the successors for signs of frenzy, while I act as a temporary replacement until we can find someone suitable. My voice has the power to stave off frenzy, for a time at least.
A temporary vessel. I think I'm beginning to see.
There's a successor resting in a crypt under the cathedral. We were traveling through the tunnels down there to check on them. I know I have no right to ask you for help, but...
It's all right. You rest here for now. We'll rescue Jack. I promise. Actually, I have a question. The successor whose crypt is under the cathedral, do you know who they are?
I do. In addition to a number of other scientific endeavors, he was involved in revenant research and an integral part of Project Queen. I believe you may have heard of him. Juzo Mido.
Did you say Mido?
You know him?
Yeah. He sold us out. Me and my entire family.
Oh my gosh, we just came from one dramatic moment to another. But you know what? That actually, apart from the fights, really good way to like yeah. I think this is a good place to end the stream. As for Jack and the reason why I call him Gordon Ramsay, you will see that when you get to meet him. You know, there's several different moments. And you even have a memory that you had to travel back with him, like before all of this happened. Where maybe it'll become a little more apparent of like why I call him Gordon Ramsay. But you know, you saw the memories with Nicola. You saw how he acted to the child, right? Pretty sweet, pretty like understanding. You had to wait to see how he acts with some of the adults. So, I think it's good to say that like the videos are gonna be available here on Twitch for like a week, cause you know I don't really get much of a choice to say that for them to stay longer, right? Eventually, videos do go down on Twitch until certain requirements are met, but it's just kind of like previous jokes will be made on stream. As can be seen on some of the clips. So what I've been doing, or what I decided would be a good idea to do, is on YouTube I'll put the videos. So in case you do want to catch up to some of those previous content, or like some of the other games that I have played, are available on YouTube on something that I like to call the archives. And I think there's a link to the archives in the, I want to say on the right side of the home screen. But again, thank you for having joined me on stream. It was really nice talking to you. So I do look forward to seeing you again on another stream. Yeah. And yeah. I lagged for a moment. But yeah, I just lagged for a moment. You know how sometimes like you just blank out? Anyways. Okay, thank you for joining me on today's stream. And no, for me it is nighttime. So daytime, nighttime, whatever it is, I hope that you have a good time. I'll see you guys later.